Alright, what's up everybody? How we doing today? I forgot the transponder for my microphone in my gym bag, so no microphone today, but you know the deal. I'm gonna go ahead and get this shined up too. Yeah, we're doing a quick little headlight restoration. Got this Toyota Tundra right here. We're also gonna be working on this Nissan Frontier over yonder. So let's get to it. I've got a bucket of water filled right here. We're going to be doing some wet sanding. We're going to get some wet sanding paper. We're going to have some 1000, 1500, and 2000 grit. We put the sandpaper in the bucket. Yes, the wet sanding paper. We get some rags. We get the rag. Put it on the cover. Alright, we're going to start out with our heaviest grit here. There she be. 3M, wet or dry. Go ahead and just give it a nice little fold, get you a little square. It's all you really need for this kind of job. Make sure we got it in the shot here. Okay, all right. And we'll get you guys a quick little close up here. You can see we've got some hazing here. I'm gonna go ahead and do this emblem and just throw that in here too. This is a Mother's Day gift, so we're gonna make that look nice as well. We can see the left-hand headlight is usually worse, and that's because most car exhausts are on the left-hand side of the car, unless it was made in Mexico, just so you know. All right, let's get to it. We're gonna start on this headlight over here. There. Get some water on there, get some lubrication. Pretty simple headlight to work on. Make sure you do it nice and uniform. Make sure you get this bottom edge as well. Go ahead and re-wet your sandpaper real quick. We're just gonna go over it one more time and wipe all this off. You don't need a ton of pressure. Let the sandpaper do the work. Just make sure you get nice, uniform coverage. That's all you need. Okay, that should be good. Let's go ahead and give it a wipe. We're going to use the high pile side with the towel. Got low pile, high pile. Just give that a nice wipe there. You should see it's uniformly scratched pretty much. We've gotten all those thick layers of haze off. And don't worry about the paint and stuff here on the sides. We're gonna follow up with a clean rag at the end with some detail spray. That's what you should have right now. Okay. Next, go ahead and grab your 1500 grit and repeat the process. I like to get a thumb under here, keeps it from moving on you. Hey buddy, what's going on? Checking out my work here? All right. Once again, give it a wipe. You can see our haze has become more refined. Yes. And lastly, go ahead and grab your 2000 grit. And repeat the process. Just make sure you get a nice uniform sand here. Not a lot of pressure, just letting the sandpaper slowly but surely cut and polish this surface. All right, boom. Give it a wipe. Sweet. Should be nice and hazy now. Also super smooth. Okay. We'll go ahead and grab our polisher. Got the micro polisher today, cordless. Nice stiff blue pad with some cutting compound on here. And first thing you want to do is just go ahead and spread your product around a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect. Speed setting 1. All right, got that spread. We're gonna go ahead and speed this up. Boom. I'm gonna grab a fresh towel, and when you're wiping polish, you want to use your low pile side. Look at that. Okay, now we're gonna follow up on this. And we're gonna put some polish on there. make it extra shiny. Okay, now we've switched over to a softer foam pad. We've got some polish on here. Same thing, we're gonna go ahead and just dab our product. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on speed setting 1, get it spread. Oops. Okay, we'll go ahead and turn it up. Boom. There you have it, folks. And a nicely restored headlight right there. Here's what it looks like after. Here's a little bit of what we had before. Now, we're going to grab an applicator and apply a little bit of ceramic coating on there for some protection. I should have changed shirts before I came over here. I am sweating. A little bit of ceramic coating and spray applicator around here. Just gonna wipe this on. There we go. Give that just a moment to dry. We're working in direct sunlight, so this is curing pretty quickly here. I'm just gonna go ahead and take our rag. Up. Sweet. And we're just gonna go ahead and give that all a nice spray. Clean up our work area a little bit here. Just a little bit of excess coating around the edges there. So, what we can do with that, all you gotta do is just reapply your coating around here and then wipe it off. Much better. All right. Very nice, very nice. Cool. Next headlight. So starting from the beginning, go ahead and get our 1000 grit sandpaper. This is really caked up inside that edge right there. Seems to be coming off just fine. All right. Wipe. You can see that hazing's still pretty deep right here, so we can go over it again. Like I said, the other side's a lot easier. Up here on this edge too. Depending on how long this has been on here too, though, you know, we can only do so much to improve it. press on. $1,500. Whoa. Okay. Give it a little wipe. And lastly, we're going to follow up with our 2000. Hey, thanks for joining, everybody. Make sure you say what's up. Feel free to ask any questions that you have, too. Come on. Give that a wipe. We've got a nice hazy headlight. Let's pick up some of this stuff too. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab our polish, our cutting compound. I'm gonna try and use my shadow just a little bit with this light, so we're not in completely direct sunlight here. Gotta improvise and adapt sometimes. Speed setting 1. Gonna get that product spread. Some on that bottom edge. Let's go ahead and turn it up. Look at that. Much better. Okay, we're gonna hit this with the polisher real quick. Get some extra clarity out of this plastic. Tell me that don't look good. Okay, same dealio. Speed setting 1. Oh. Get your product spread. Doesn't have to be pretty. There we go. Speed setting 6. Bueno. Sweet. Bam. So I do it. All right, we're actually I'm gonna clean up my area first and then we'll do our coating. Don't want to rub too hard while you're doing this because this paint actually hasn't been cleaned or decontaminated, so be gentle. We're just trying to wipe off all of our wet sanding residue. Okay. I think this is bug guts down here. I wasn't looking very closely when I started. But that looks much better. Much better. Ain't that show? Much better. A little bit of ceramic coating. Some long-lasting, hydrophobic, temperature-resistant protection. We are working in direct sunlight, so flash time is going to be quick. I'm going to be able to walk away, put this applicator down, and come back. Oh yeah, you can tell, I don't know if you can, but see that streakiness in the headlight? That's when you know it's flashed and ready to go. Doesn't take long because again, we're working in the direct sunlight. You should be applying coatings in a cool shaded area if you can. Humidity is also a factor, guys. So just keep that in mind, but this is ready to go. That is hyper smooth now. Sanded, polished, protected. Boom. Okay, that's that. Another headlight done. Let's go ahead and move on over to the Frontier. Do 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 do. Here's what we got going on before. The haze on these is a little more even, as you can tell. So let me just work on getting all of our towels and equipment moved over here. Low pile rag, high pile rag, need a bucket butt. Alright, just need to grab our polishing kit and the sign. Thought I was going to be working in the shade on this one, but the sun be moving. All right, here we go. Oh, there's a pool tournament today. I think I might have to go check that out after the gym. That's my thing, y'all. My three things, I should say. Detailing, pool playing, weightlifting. Your heavier contaminants you should see visibly disappear from the headlight. We got some yellow stuff right there, that's gone. Look at that, dirty, nasty, contaminated water. It's gonna be a huge difference for this Frontier. Nighttime visibility is gonna go way up. because these are so hazed, I'm doing a few passes. All right, moving on. Your 15 hundo. We're just going in. Forgot to wipe on this one. I'll wipe on the next one. I'm getting excited. Sorry. Honestly, it really doesn't matter. It's not going to make it any better or any worse. In fact, it may be more beneficial to keep that lubrication on there. Keep it nice and wet. But I've got a process, so let's just go ahead and stick to it, huh? You can see we've already got a ton more clarity out of the headlight already. These are going to come out so great. Feel it. Feel it. All right, finishing up with the 2000 grit. Give that a wipe. All right. That thing's ready for polishing. See, just even with like a little bit of wet sanding, look at the difference here. Gotten all that contamination and oxidation off the surface. And what we have left is just scuffed plastic. Okay. So next step, go ahead and reattach our cutting pad. We're going to give our cutting compound a little shaky shake. It's been a while. Make sure it's nice and mixed. Make sure all the cutting agents in there are evenly dispersed and not settled. Okay. That is a dirty top. Oh boy. All right. Cutting pad, dabbed product, speed setting 1. Wipe off my hand a little bit here. Dab your product. Might as well just become a makeup artist, you know what I'm saying? Got this down. All right. Speed setting 1, power on. Spread your product. For that, go ahead and turn it up. Okay, still got battery. Couldn't see that yellow light. Come on. Oh. Guess I was right. Don't worry. Another battery right here. Haven't even used it yet. That one lasted me quite some time, honestly. All right, fresh power supply. Oh yeah, that sounds right. It's funny, I could tell that battery was low just by the pitch and frequency of the machine. It's like, something don't sound right. Something don't sound right now. A low pile rag. I think we got a little bit of extra product on here, which means our pad is starting to get caked. That's okay, we're almost done. Almost done. One more headlight, little baby pad. And the pad getting caked, really, it doesn't allow the pad, the stiffness of the pad, to do the work. You want, and the good consistency of the pad foam and the product that you have on it to be working together. So what I can also do is I have a pad brush right now and do a little bit of maintenance on that. Just give a little scrape, open up those foam pores again for the last headlight. You can tell already that's looking sexy. Neighborhood's starting to wake up. Hear power tools and Mexican music in the background. Loving it. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for the music. That turns off my monetization for these videos. Either way, no big deal. Happy to have you guys. Got 50% battery, looking good. All right. Fresh pad, polishing compound. Let me go ahead and just give it a dab again. All right, looks great. Speed setting 1, power on. Product is spread, speed setting 6. 3 passes each. Now, forgive me for my ignorance, chat, but is there like a specific genre for Mexican music? Is there like a better term I could be using? Because I don't really know. Polling thoughts. You guys have noticed I've kind of had different polishing patterns while doing this. There's no right or wrong way. Most of the bottles, the directions will say use a cross-hatching pattern, but that's just to make sure for beginners and novice polishers that you're applying and buffing the product evenly. But damn, look at that. It's looking good. Just if you guys are curious, this is the ceramic coating I'm using. I don't think Chemical Guys even makes this anymore. But this is part of their Hydro series. This is their spray-on ceramic coating. Supposed to last for about a year, but honestly, I've had it on my personal vehicle for over 2 years now, and coating is still in great condition. It really just comes down to how you maintain it. And my vehicle gets hand washed only. So therefore, I'm gonna have longer life out of it. If you're going to the Quick Quack car wash, results may vary. Ceramic coatings are also recommended to be applied in a cross-hatching pattern, but again, that's just so you are hitting every piece. Personally, on headlights and smaller pieces like this, I like to just get some nice swirls out of it. Here we go. Okay. Boom. Coating applied. And I am keeping this applicator in the shade here. We're gonna give that a little bit of time. Again, we're waiting for this streaky appearance, which we'll see more prominently on this edge versus here. It's going to take a little bit longer because we're not in the direct sunlight. So all those factors apply when you're applying a coating. Oh yeah. We're gonna go play in a pool tournament today. See if we can mint some money. All right. Taking a closer look. It's looking nice and streaky. Starting to break up here. So we've got a nice cure going on. Nice little flash. And give this a wipe. Boom. And that is a nicely restored headlight for you. Gonna take a second to just clean up our work area a little bit. Again, be nice and gentle with this paint. We've got a lot of bug guts, stuff like that. Don't want to scratch it too much. Just using our detailing spray as a lubricant between our rag and the surface to clean up our wet sanding contaminants. Shazam. All right, last headlight. Let's go. Alrighty, folks. You know the drill. At this point, for sure, you guys should be headlight restoration masters, just like me. We're gonna get our 1000 grit sandpaper. Sweet. Looking 3,000 times better already. That's an accurate measurement, guys. 3,000 times. Exponential improvements over here. That's right. Ouch. Watch your fingers. Okay. Let's get our 2000 grit on here for a little wipe. Excuse me. Had a nice big breakfast today. Some raspberry and cream cheese French toast, 2 eggs, 4 slices of bacon, 3 pieces of toast, since I'm getting so specific over here. Delicious. Oh, sticky on me. All right. Boom. A little wipey wipe. Catching my finger over there. Feels great. Okay. Shazam. Let's do a little bit of polishing. Look at that big old fat doggy. That's fun. Big old doggy. Just getting some compound applied. All right, fantastico. All right, sweet. Speed setting 1, power on. Oh. Speed setting 6. Yeah. Thing's caked, slinging freaking product everywhere. Yep, that pad is done. You can see how we've got that nice blue underneath there, and just tons of product on top. I'm covered in product. The truck is covered in product, but that's okay. I can clean myself and the truck up, no problem. It's just a tiny little pad, you know? Meant for tiny little jobs. We were only expecting to do just one set of headlights today, which is all it really is good for. Just gonna give the old man a quick wipe down here. As much as I love being covered in product, we'll go ahead and just give the face a wipe too, you know. All right, great. Go ahead and give our headlight a wipe and all the surrounding areas. That was not even our proper low pile side, but that's all right. We'll give this another buff real quick. Just make sure compound free. Okay, looking good. Let's give it a polish. Polishing pad seems to be doing okay. It's a much thinner compound. All right, let's get her dabbed. Sweet. Speed setting 1, power on. Speed setting 6. Sweet. Day man, fighter of the night man, champion of the sun. I hope that gets stuck in all of your heads as well, yeah? Day man, whoa, fighter of the night man, whoa, champion of the sun, whoa. All right. This ADHD moment brought to you by Car Guy Croissant. Little bit of product on the applicator. Yes, sir. Curious how polish got on the back side of this. It's incredible, honestly. Okay, guys. 45-second to 1 minute flash time on there. I don't know if you knew or not, but there's a gun show in town today. I'm gonna let you know. Might as well just call me Monty Python's and the Holy Grail. All right, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Appreciate it. All right. We can really tell by the excess coating we got over on the trim here that this is ready to go. Oops, wrong side. Go ahead and use your high pile side for this. Sweet. Looking good. Boom. That's it, folks. We just got a little bit of cleanup to do. There we go. Fit as a fiddle, as some would say, in these parts of the world. Okay, a little bit of cleanup time. Yes. Yes. All we gotta do is just empty our bucket of water here. All right, guys. Quick little recap. These are nice, clean headlights here. Headlight set number 1. Headlight set number 2. That's looking real nice after we've been away for a while. Nice to come back to. Oh, I forgot to do that emblem. That's okay. That's all right. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you're notified when we're going live next. If you'd like a detail, I am in the northern Colorado area, traveling typically within 50 miles of Loveland, Colorado. Happy to go further for a slightly extra fee. If you have any questions about detailing, if you're farther than that, I'm still happy to help you regardless, provide you with all of my knowledge and education, and wishing you well on your own DIY endeavors. But hope you guys are having a great Mother's Day. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you again soon. Take care.